Hello everyone, welcome to Lit Studio by Karishma. So today we are going to talk about Jaques Derrida and his concepts. We've already discussed a few of his concepts like there is nothing outside the text and aporia and reclash. So we are going to look at other important concepts by him like difference and Archiwriting. In this particular video, difference is a very crucial concept that is given by Jaques Derrida. In fact, difference is such a concept that actually is a core of the deconstructionist theory. So please make sure you listen to this concept in much clearer understanding. Also, it is pronounced as difference. There is no difference between how we pronounce difference and difference. I'm just pronouncing it as difference because I wanted you to understand the difference between it. Like it, difference is spelled as difference, but the concept that Derrida has given is spelled with an A. That is the difference. All right. So please make sure you note the difference. What Derrida says that in writing there is a clarity because certain words which are pronounced the same way could bring ambiguity in speech. This is the concept that is a continuation of the concept of logocentrism, wherein we've discussed that speech is superior to that of writing according to the ancient people, according to many of the great philosophers. But Derrida is of the view that in some cases writing can also be superior. Writing can also exist in its own. It need not be used as a substitution to speech. He says only speech also has certain limitations, because whenever you see certain words like what we talk about right now, difference, when we see difference, if you don't see the spelling, you would not know that if it is difference or difference, right? Or else even simple concepts like meat, if you see the spelling of meat, you would know if they are talking about the meat of animals or birds, or to meet in person, to meet in other people. So you would know the difference when you see it, when you see the written content of it. So that is what Derrida says. If you observe speech, there are certain words which are pronounced the same way in speech, so you would there that creates ambiguity, that is confusion. But whenever you see the written content of it, it clears out all the ambiguity. So written content also needs to be given importance. But that is not all the concept of difference talks about. The concept of difference, Derrida says, is the inability or complexity to understand the signified. In the structuralism class, we've discussed about sign. A sign comprises of a signifier and a signified. A signifier is the word and the signified is the concept that the word is associated to. That is what we've learned about sign in the structuralism class. But Derrida says that the meaning is never fixed. According to structuralist theory, we see a signifier and we jump onto the signified. Like we listen to a word animal and jump onto the concept of animal, any animal. But that is what Derrida rejects. He says that meaning is a matter of difference. It is a continuous postponement. It is moving from one signifier to another. There is a continuous postponement. Remember this. It is moving from one signifier to another, and it endlessly continues. He says meaning is infinite and we never get an absolute meaning. He says a signifier would not lead to a signified but to many signifiers. This is a crucial concept of Derrida that we need to remember. The difference says that signifier would not lead to a signified as structuralism suggests. It leads to multiple signifiers, thereby postponing the meaning. For example, if you listen to the word animal, we think of living creatures on four legs, right? So when the signifier is animal, we would not jump right on to signified, but it jumps to signifiers, other signifiers like lion, dog, cat. It could mean endless things, right? So there are endless signifiers. A signifier would suggest to another signifier, thereby we are not actually reaching to the meaning of animal, but looking at different signifiers, right? So we see there is a delay in the meaning. Also, if we talk about the signifier king, we would also jump onto other signifiers like crown, empire, throne, kingdom, people, the citizens of the kingdom, the queen, many other things that are associated with that signifier king. So that is the concept of difference, wherein it says that the signifier does not actually lead to an immediate signifier or to an absolute meaning of the signifier, but it reaches to so many more signifiers. Thereby he gave the concept of difference, which is made from the term differ and defer. Defer means to delay. So there is a difference in the meaning and there is also a delay in the meaning. That is why he gave the concept of difference. It is moving from one signifier to another and it endlessly continues. He says, in a free play of meaning, one signifier is leading to signified, which itself is a signifier. For example, animal is leading to lion, dog, cat, but all these themselves are signifiers. The ultimate signified, which is known as the transcendental signified, is never attained. The transcendental signifier is the meaning of the animal in this scenario, but we never reach it to that stage, right? We never reach it to the ultimate meaning of the signifier animal. So there is no such thing as transcendental signified. We never attain to that level. That is what difference talks about. So that is the concept of difference. It is a little confusing, I understand. If you think that it is a little confusing, please make sure you watch this video once more, so that you can get a double strong basis on this scenario. Otherwise, you can even comment down below so that I can reach you well. So now let's talk about Archiwriting. Archiwriting is the idea of going beyond writing and speech. He says we need to look beyond what is said or written to know the origin of the books. Archiwriting is between what the writer has intended and intended the meaning to be, and what the reader has understood from what is written. So what Archiwriting says is that we need to look beyond the book for its meaning. We just don't have to we just cannot find the entire meaning of the text within the text. We should also look beyond the text to make the meaning of the text, to understand the meaning of the text in completion. For example, if you read a text wherein the character referenced Hamlet to be or not to be, if you haven't read Hamlet, or if you haven't read the soliloquy by Hamlet of to be or not to be, and you haven't understood the context in which it is used, you would not understand the reference of the text wherein it is used as well. So that is the reason why you should look beyond the text itself and understand the origin of the book. It is understanding the lines between what the writer intended the text to be and what the reader has interpreted it to be. All right. So that is what we have to learn about Derrida. All of his important concepts were discussed here. Other concepts that we've talked about, that there is no such thing outside the text, aporia, logocentrism, and bricolage, have been discussed in the part 1 of this video. So please make sure you watch that video as well before you watch this video. And I hope everything is clear for you. Also, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thank you.